You're playing in a league in where the league is won just about already for all intents and purposes. You get substituted. There's a Champions League game to come. Okay, you're already through in that group as well, and you figure you're gonna play. I don't understand why you throw a strop. Which leads me to think that Mbappe is now trying to establish his own authority, especially over Neymar, and almost throw more toys out to the pram than Neymar can, which is a ridiculous discussion to be having about two of the world's best players in one of the world's biggest football clubs. And now you have this power dynamic where you've got Tuchel trying to establish some kind of authority, and you've got two prima donnas, very talented prima donnas, kind of vying for the same spotlight. And it's ridiculous, especially given what's at stake here for PSG in terms of what we are hoping and the expectation is from them, particularly in the Champions League.
At that level, as much as you're a coach for tactical reasons and putting together training sessions and in-game adjustments and what have you, you also have to be a manager, and a manager of people, a manager of talent, a manager of personalities, and you have to know which ones you can push, which ones you go and hug, which ones you leave alone. You have to know these things. It's part of your job, it's part of the description.
But it's almost impossible these days because money has been great for the game in some sense, but money has made the skill of managing players almost impossible and void.
PSG are, as a club, are a little bit complicit in this, in how they allowed Neymar kind of freedom when he first joined as well.
Yes, but my point, I understand, but I still think the point is valid, that the desire of players to potentially cause a problem when it's not really one, it supersedes years ago when players didn't have the power and the money that they have now, clearly. And so therefore, you had to toe the line more with your man. Yeah, you could fall out, but he had the power, or he had enough power to be able to manage a group of players. Now it is so eggshell thin for these managers that it's almost impossible to manage these multi-millionaire egomaniacs, and that's where the management, and we, Shaq and I, it was a guy that we played under who passed away this week, was what we'd call Jim Smith, old school manager, was great with managing players. He would find it impossible, and he could do both. He could kick you up the backside, put your arm around you. But can you do that now with players on such big money with so much power?
Frank? Yeah, it's. I want to just add something about what Craig said about the players and the money that they earn. They are a company. They earn so much money. I'm not talking about the salary. I'm talking about the endorsement. So Mbappe and Neymar have a company behind them that they created with people working for them, and they have to get the most money they can for the next 10 years to make sure that they have enough for the rest of their lives and for the people from their family and people they love. It's a big pressure. And so they live in their own lives and their own world where they only think about, I'm going to make money, money, money. So if I get out, what's going to happen to my image? Before, at the time that I was playing, only Beckham, Cantona, Ginola were having money from the endorsements. Now it's another world. And maybe we don't understand them. Maybe it's hard to cope with them. And I wouldn't be a manager because I think I will be one who would be ready to slap one of them. But Tuchel tried to have a little bit of psychology to make sure that the balance is correct and is able to even talk to them. That's the only thing that he can do.
Sorry, Jules, we're running out of time, but I want to get your thoughts as PSG's #1 fan quickly on this.
Look, I mean, I think for me, Mbappe coming off in the 90th minute was Tuchel trying to make his point, because the big thing was the game before, 3 days before against Nantes at the Parc des Princes, when he took off Mbappe after 78 minutes, and Mbappe was really unhappy at that point. And I don't think Mbappe saw it coming 4 days later again against Montpellier away in the 90th minute. And I think for me, it was Tuchel saying, if I want to take you off at any time, I can. And I'm going to do it again tonight in the 90th minute, which is completely pointless. Like Ali said, there's no sense to it, but I'm going to show you that I'm the one who makes the decision here. It's my authority. I'm not sure if it worked out the way Tuchel wanted to, because he's struggling with the dressing room this season, far more than he did last season, for example. And my theory is that from himself, although he's got 18 months left on his contract at PSG, he will, at the end of the season, decide to go.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPNFC 7 days a week, subscribe to ESPN+.